Welcome to Automotive World, everyone. I'm your host, Vinay Mystery, and tonight we are back with the deeper dives. We actually explored this topic just a little while ago, earlier last night. We know right now the new Hyundai Santa Cruz and Tucson, the refresh models for 2025, are going to be unveiled tomorrow at the New York Auto Show at about 9:20 a.m. Eastern Time. But we do have a press release from Hyundai that we have here from them. We want to see if we can find out anything before we actually see the release tomorrow. We did look through the press review. There's not really much juicy stuff on there. They don't really go into specifics about anything, but we wanted to see and kind of just give it a little bit of time to see if there would be any more information that did come out. Unfortunately, there was no more information that did come out. However, we can still do a deeper dive segment on this and actually analyze and see if we can extract anything out of this. So let's go right into this. And obviously we do know that this is for the 2025 refreshed models of the Hyundai Tucson and the Hyundai Santa Cruz. Both of these vehicles are big sellers, not only in their segment, but they're big sellers for Hyundai. Both of them being on the same platform. Obviously the Tucson being the SUV version, with the Santa Cruz being the compact unibody truck version, which is rivaling the Ford Maverick. So in our press release here, we have the usual, as we saw earlier. The debut is going to take place at 9:20 a.m. Eastern Time, March 27th at the New York Auto Show, which at this time of filming, we can see it's the 26th at 8:30 at night. Tomorrow it will be, it's going to debut. We don't know if they're going to tell us any pricing or anything, but let's see what we got here. In terms of our headliners here, obviously they are saying that they are going to have significant updates throughout the vehicle for both the Tucson SUV and the Santa Cruz. So let's see if we can find anything here. We do have in the blurb here, obviously both models are going to receive dramatic cabin upgrades and interior upgrades. They do specifically mention here, including new infotainment system, new safety features, and convenience features. So if we go down here, not really too much new. It's just Hyundai celebrating their, being in America, the debut tomorrow. If we go down a little bit, we kind of have little bit of context here. So the updated 2025 Tucson, it's going to continue to build on its sportiness design, what they call the commanding appearance. We do have here, they do say they are having updated lighting signatures. So it is possible that on the Tucson and possibly even the Santa Cruz, we might see a little bit different headlight signature and a little bit different headlight design. That would be valid, as with newer technology and newer safety features, they made possibly better headlights. So we do have an updated lighting signature. More than likely, like I said, that's going to go for the headlights. They do have new alloy wheels, so we'll have some new potential. I don't know if they're going to come standard with the vehicle or if it's going to be on a certain trim. But we will have a new set of wheels, which is nothing wrong to never have a new set of wheels. A dramatically redesigned interior. As we do know, they did mention, obviously, with the new infotainment system and things, obviously that's going to tie into the redesigned interior. We don't have any word on if they're going to add any physical buttons or anything back in. We don't know if it's going to be the same. Obviously, it's a different infotainment system, or a new infotainment system as they call it. We don't know if it's going to result in a bigger screen, maybe the same head unit but with different software. We don't quite know that yet. I would probably assume, just the way car industry is going, that it would be bigger screens, but we don't know specifically yet. But we do know we have new redesigned interior. We do have improved tech, so maybe some sort of newer version of Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, or maybe some cameras and things like that, which could tie into the safety features. And they do say improved tech and usability. So that's a bit interesting because, obviously things like backup cameras, overview, around view area cameras are great for, when you're parking in a parking lot, towing and things like that, trying to connect to a trailer, things like that. Maybe it's some sort of safety feature inside the vehicle, or just even some sort of tech feature, or automatic AC or something like that. They don't tell us exactly what it's going to be, but they do tell us with the redesigned interior is going to come improved tech and usability. The usability thing is kind of interesting. Like I said, I don't think they're going to go back to physical buttons on air conditioning and anything like that. But it's interesting. I mean, who knows? But I would grant they're probably not going to do that. For the Santa Cruz, it's going to give us an even more rugged exterior design, along with a reimagined cabin featuring new infotainment, improved ergonomics, and additional driver assistance systems. That's going to be a bit interesting. Obviously, we know new interior, we know new infotainment system, we know that we have the rugged exterior redesign is going to be very interesting. I don't know if it's a new trim or if it's just like a package or something you could add on to it. The reimagined cabin, though, is interesting because of the new infotainment system and improved ergonomics. I'm not sure whether that means that they're going to still use the same seats and whether they've positioned them differently or they've come up with new seats that give us new ergonomics, or maybe even if they've somehow been able to make the vehicle a little bit wider, even in the top, maybe give us a little bit more headroom by the headliner and all that. They don't say what it's going to be, but they do say improved ergonomics, which is going to be very, very interesting, especially being the Santa Cruz being built off the Tucson, it being a compact truck. It is, for a compact truck, it is a bit tight, so that's a bit interesting. And the additional advanced driver assistance systems, of course, that's interesting. That plays into the tech and all that, but let's be honest. I mean, every year we have, stricter and stricter regulations, and just technology-wise and society-wise, obviously we need to add more and more safety systems. So while the additional advanced driver assistance systems are going to be good, and I'm sure they'll be interesting and useful, this really, this isn't a surprise. Every automaker is doing this. Every automaker has to do it. This is not a surprise here. So it's good that it's there, but like I said, it's not really a surprise. Excuse me. We do know, like I said, the reveal will take place at 9:20 a.m. Eastern Time during the New York Auto Show. I will have the link down in the description of this video, so that way if you do want to tune in live and see it, you are absolutely more than welcome to see it. Hyundai is inviting everyone to see it, and they've actually made it very easy. You can go on Hyundai's newsroom, or you can even go on the website. There's a huge banner that you can click on, but I'll have that link in the description. We do have some pictures here. We have a teaser image of the 2025 Tucson, which is photographed in California. I'm not sure. Obviously we have a picture of the wheels here. I'm not sure whether this is one of the new wheel designs, as I'm not too, I don't always keep up with the Hyundai models. I'm not sure whether it's a new wheel design or not, and it was spied on and then taken the picture, but we do obviously have a tight shot of the wheel here, so I would assume maybe it's some sort of new wheel design. This image here, it's just the XRT grille being photographed. Nothing really new there. Obviously, though, it is going to be a bit interesting because they do say, as they mentioned with the Santa Cruz, the rugged exterior design. It is going to be a bit interesting. Are they going to change the grille? In terms of design-wise, I don't think I'd see them adding full underbody skid plates and things like that, but with the new exterior design, it would be quite interesting to see what they do with that. In this press release here as well, they don't mention anything for the Santa Cruz or the Tucson in terms of when it comes to the rugged exterior design, kind of like off-roading. They don't mention anything in terms of, it's going to come with maybe the XRT with a factory lift, whether it's half an inch, 0.7 inches, or a whole inch. They don't mention anywhere at all powertrain. Both of them have a good powertrain already. You can get it with the dual clutch and the turbo, or you can get it with the lower end turbo, which can give you more gas mileage, and then the more reliable torque converter automatic. So powertrain wise, they're actually already pretty good. So I wasn't surprised to see them focus or not even mention powertrain. They don't give us anything like that though. Obviously, I know a ton of people, as we have rumors coming out, Ford, with their success of the Maverick, they're going to come out with a hot version being the ST and things. I'm kind of surprised with the way Hyundai's doing it. I'm sure probably a ton of us are wishing, hey, there'd be a Tucson N or a Santa Cruz N. That'd be really cool. But obviously, that's just probably not a lot of people are in that market, so not a lot of people are looking there. That demographic just probably isn't there. Maybe it's not there yet. And the fact, too, that, like I said, nowhere in this press release is there any mention of powertrain and anything like that. I would feel like, if you were to update that, you would put that up in the top here. So it's very likely, I would say probably 99% chance we're not going to see any sort of powertrain upgrades tomorrow. We're not going to see any new transmissions. We're not going to see any new engines or anything. Is it possible maybe we'll see, an optimization? Yeah, maybe we'll see an engine with, maybe 2-3 more horsepower, maybe we'll get better MPG, maybe slightly better torque. But the fact that that's not even mentioned anywhere in here at all, and those engines, like I said, are already quite capable for what the vehicles are, I'm pretty sure we're not going to see that tomorrow. We're really going to focus on everything else, being the exterior, being the interior, in terms of looks and functionality, and then obviously safety systems and tech. So really, I mean, this is, they say dramatic. I don't know how dramatic or how intense, how vast this upgrade's going to be, especially for the interior. But obviously Hyundai's saying it's a dramatic interior, so it sounds like it's going to be all new. I mean, from what they're saying, a dramatic cabin upgrade, including infotainment. I mean, that sounds pretty drastic to me. So really what this is we can almost, from what they're saying in the newsroom article here, really this is more of just, it's a refresh, as we know, but it's not really like a mid-cycle refresh. It's more of just like new, an appearance pack almost. They don't mention also anything in terms of like adding another trim to the lineup, so we won't know if we'll see that tomorrow. But really this is just focused on the looks. It's focused on the interior, in terms of the design of the interior, the new tech, the new infotainment system. And for the Santa Cruz as well, they do say the improved ergonomics. So like I said, it's just a refresh. It's really almost just more of a an inside outside kind of appearance pack kind of thing, a little bit more of a usability thing. But if there was anybody expecting some sort of drastic upgrades for powertrain and just trim levels, maybe being a really a cool Santa Cruz N line or something like that, is it possible we could see it? It's possible, but probably not, because they don't even mention any of that at all. And like I said, it already being capable, there's just the demographic probably isn't there. That's really going to wrap it up here, though. We're not going to try to exaggerate this, or we're not going to try to prolong this, stretch it out any further, because really that's all they've given us here. It's the outside, it's the inside, it's the tech, it's the safety features, it's the ergonomics. Oh, and let's not forget a new signature lighting system, so possibly some new headlights and new alloy wheels. Can't forget the alloy wheels. But that's pretty much what this update is going to be. It's just an appearance pack almost. So we will see what happens with this tomorrow. We'll see the full debut. We'll see the full unveiling, and we'll see actually what we get. That's going to be it for this deeper dive segment on the refreshed 2025 model year Hyundai Tucson and Hyundai Santa Cruz. Join us back tomorrow, because we will be here, and it's going to be big news tomorrow. We're going to have that covered tomorrow. Thursday, we're going to have the Kia K4. So it is really, really big news coming out of New York Auto Show. Thanks for watching, everyone.